Hello and welcome to the Deep Dive. Great to have you with us, especially our listeners who look for, real insights for living well, particularly as you navigate life beyond 60. Today we're digging into a topic that's often, kept quiet, sometimes dismissed. But Dr. Mohit Kara, a urologist with, 30 years of experience, he argues it's a kind of silent epidemic impacting health after 60. And it's not just about pleasure. He's talking about a hidden key to long-term vitality. Honestly, what he shares might completely shift how you think about your own body and aging.
That's exactly right. Our goal here is to sort of pull back the curtain on what Dr. Kara sees as a real clinical physiological truth. It's the quiet disappearance of sexual health, specifically self-intimacy, from the lives of many older adults. And like you said, this isn't about trying to be young again or anything taboo. It's about understanding the, frankly, sometimes devastating effects this can have on your brain, your heart, sleep, immunity, even how you feel about yourself. But importantly, it's also about showing how a very simple, very natural habit might be one of the best tools your body still has for maintaining that vitality long term.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's explore these 7 consequences Dr. Kara points out when self-intimacy fades away in later life, and crucially, what you can actually do about it. First up, let's dive right into something many men over 60 might recognize: prostate health and urinary changes. Waking up more at night, maybe a weaker stream. We often just think, well, that's just getting older, don't we?
We do. It's a really common assumption. But Dr. Kara pushes back hard on that. He stresses that the prostate isn't just passively aging, it's a dynamic gland. Active.
Dynamic? How so?
Well, think of it like this. It needs regular engagement. Without that regular stimulation, and specifically the release, the fluid the prostate naturally makes, can just sit there, it gets stagnant.
Stagnant, okay. And that's bad because...
Oh, yeah. That stagnation can lead straight to inflammation, swelling within the gland itself. It's not just minor discomfort. It can actually set the stage for things like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. That's the non-cancerous enlargement.
Right, BPH. That affects a huge number of men, doesn't it?
It does. Nearly half of men over 60. And it causes those frustrating symptoms, urinary retention, infections, needing to go all the time. Dr. Carr even mentioned a patient, early 70s, needed surgery for severe BPH. And maybe, just maybe, regular release could have helped prevent it getting that bad. Plus, there are studies, pretty compelling ones, showing men who ejaculate more often, like 21 times a month or more, have a significantly lower risk of prostate cancer.
Wow, okay. So it's not just about feeling better day to day. It could have major long-term implications for prostate health, even cancer risk. So Dr. Kerr's point isn't about recapturing youth. It's about basic biological function, avoiding pain, inflammation, that loss of control, dreading car rides, sleepless nights. It really eats at your independence, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's preventative maintenance, in a way.
Okay, that's the physical side, the prostate. But then Dr. Kerr connects this to our minds. Cognitive function. That feels like a bigger leap. You know that feeling walking into a room and blank, or losing your train of thought? We just blame age.
Right, we chalk it up to getting older, but Dr. Kari hears this all the time. Patients saying, "Doc, I just don't feel sharp anymore, not myself." And the connection he makes is fascinating. It's about neurochemicals. You see, sexual activity, even self-pleasure, releases this amazing cocktail in your brain.
Chemicals like
Dopamine for motivation, focus. Serotonin, mood stability. Oxytocin, that calming, bonding hormone. These aren't just feel-good chemicals. They actively boost blood flow to the brain. They help build neural connections. And importantly, they lower cortisol.
cortisol, the stress hormone, which is bad for brain cells, right?
Exactly. High cortisol damages them over time. So when you lose those regular surges of the good chemicals, it's like your brain is missing key nutrients. It can dull your mental edge. And for men, he notes, testosterone is also involved, crucial for memory, decisiveness. Its decline might speed up without this stimulation. Some studies even hint at links between lower sexual activity and early cognitive decline signs.
So that mental fog, the trouble focusing on, say, a chess game, or just feeling a bit off mentally, Dr. Carr is suggesting this isn't always just age.
It might not be inevitable, no. It could be a symptom, a sign the brain is craving that natural stimulation.
That's a really different way to think about it. It suggests it's an avoidable risk, potentially. Reconnecting with your body could actually sharpen your mind.
It really could. Awaken it, in a sense.
Powerful stuff for the brain. But then there's the emotional side. Dr. Carr talks about depression, even emotional numbness. He mentioned a patient, a widower in his 70s, saying he just felt flat. No joy, no sadness, just nothing. That sounds incredibly bleak.
It really does. And many might just accept that feeling as part of aging or grief, but Dr. Kara sees a link here too. What's impelling is how self-pleasure acts as this built-in emotional release valve, a stress relief system.
How does that work?
Chemically. Well, the climax releases those natural mood stabilizers, again, oxytocin, endorphins. They directly combat anxiety, low mood. They create a sense of well-being, calm. So if you remove that regular outlet, especially when life already brings stress, maybe loneliness, loss, you create this kind of emotional vacuum. That vacuum can easily become numbness, which can then slide into actual depression. And older adult depression, it often looks like fatigue, irritability, detachment, not always obvious sadness.
That flat feeling the widower described.
Exactly. Dr. Kara has seen patients literally feel alive again, regain that spark, just by reclaiming this simple act. It reminded them they were, still a human being, still capable of feeling.
So it's really about emotional survival, almost, not just pleasure. Keeping that emotional system flowing, releasing tension.
Precisely. It helps you stay present, combats that isolation that can creep in. Neglecting it can really undermine your emotional resilience.
Okay, let's talk sleep, or lack of it. Lying awake at 2 a.m., mind racing. So common, especially later in life. We try pills, routines.
Right. But Dr. Kara points to something built in. He says orgasm is one of nature's most effective triggers for deep, restorative sleep.
Really? How?
It's that chemical cocktail again. After climax, you get oxytocin for calm, endorphins for relaxation, but also prolactin. Prolactin is really key here. It induces that post-orgasm sleepiness. It basically flips a switch in your nervous system. From fight or flight stress mode to rest and digest parasympathetic mode, cortisol drops, muscles relax.
Your body's natural off switch.
Exactly. He told a story about a patient who started incorporating this again and came back saying, "Doc, I sleep like I did 30 years ago." It was a game changer for him. And we know chronic poor sleep isn't trivial, right? It hammers your immune system, speeds up cognitive decline, raises risks for heart disease, falls, all sorts of things.
So sometimes the answer isn't in the medicine cabinet, but rediscovering this old rhythm.
It could be a very natural, non-drug approach to better sleep that many might have just forgotten about or maybe felt they shouldn't use anymore.
All right, moving down to the physical foundation. The pelvic floor, circulation. Dr. Carr mentioned a retired firefighter, 70s, feeling like his body's foundation was giving out. Leaks, back pain.
Yeah, and again, easy to say wear and tear, but the pelvic floor muscles are crucial. They support everything down there. Bladder, bowels, sexual organs, key for continence, core stability.
And how does self-intimacy connect?
During arousal and orgasm, those muscles contract. Rhythmically, quite intensely, actually. It's a natural workout for them.
Like Kegels, but maybe more automatic.
Sort of, yeah. It improves blood flow to the whole area, strengthens that internal support system, keeps tissues elastic. So when that stops, like any unused muscle, they can weaken, atrophy. Blood flow slows down. Tissues get less vibrant.
And the consequences are?
Frequent urges, dribbling, maybe difficulty holding gas. For men, issues with erections, ejaculation. It really impacts daily life. Can lead to falls, needing pads, constant worry. A real loss of dignity.
So this is about preserving function, not just sexual performance, keeping that internal structure strong.
Absolutely. It's maintenance, restoring strength, boosting blood flow, reminding that part of your body it still needs care to work well. It's proactive.
Okay, number 6, immunity. Getting sick more often? Colds lasting forever. Dr. Carr linked this to a patient's intimate life. That seems less intuitive.
It often surprises people, yeah, but there's direct biology here. Sexual activity, including masturbation, gives your immune system a measurable boost.
How? What's happened?
During arousal and orgasm, your body produces more immune-enhancing agents. A key one is immunoglobulin A, or IgA.
IgA, that's an antibody.
Exactly. It's a primary defender, especially in mucous membranes, against viruses and bacteria. Think of it as your first line of defense. Plus, you get those endorphins again, which also help reduce inflammation systemically. So, without that regular boost, especially as the immune system naturally slows down with age anyway, you're losing a simple built-in defense mechanism.
Dr. Carr called it like pulling the batteries from your smoke detector. That's pretty stark.
It is. It leaves you more vulnerable to infections, chronic inflammation. It highlights that this isn't just about feeling good, it has real physical health benefits.
So the immune system doesn't care about awkwardness, it just responds to the biological event.
Pretty much, yes. It's a signal of vitality, in a way, that resonates through your system.
And finally, number 7. This one feels deep. Loss of body ownership, self-worth. Dr. Carr quoted a retired principal saying, "I don't really feel like I live in this body anymore." That's
It's incredibly poignant, isn't it? And Dr. Carr says this quiet disconnection often starts when we stop touching our own bodies in that intimate, personal way. Self-touch, he argues, isn't just about pleasure, it's fundamental. It's about presence. It reminds your whole system, nervous, emotional, that you are here, you matter. This body is still yours.
And without that reminder.
A distance forms, psychologically, emotionally. It gets easier to ignore aches, stop looking in the mirror, maybe start believing this phase of life isn't worth nurturing. That can lead to that numbness we talked about, maybe shame about aging, losing motivation for even basic self-care exercise, eating well. He shared what one woman told him. The less I touched myself, the more I disappeared. That just captures it perfectly, doesn't it? The quiet tragedy of self-abandonment.
The less I touched myself, the more I disappeared. That hits hard. It's about our very sense of being present in our own lives.
Exactly. So reclaiming this isn't trivial. It's about honoring the life still in you, reminding yourself that aging isn't vanishing, your worth is still there.
It's like coming home to yourself.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And Dr. Carr believes that reestablishing that connection, that ownership, might be the most healing act of all, anchoring you back into your life. So as we wrap this up, the main takeaway from Dr. Carr is clear. These 7 things: prostate health, mental clarity, emotional balance, sleep, pelvic strength, immunity, self-worth, they aren't just inevitable parts of getting older. He sees them as warning signs, signals that your body, mind, spirit, they need your attention, your engagement, and they're all deeply tied to your sexual health, even self-intimacy.
And he's very clear, isn't he? It's not just, okay, it's essential to care for this part of yourself, especially now. Masturbation in later life, as he frames it, isn't about indulgence. It's circulation, clarity, hormones, emotional grounding, immune defense, identity.
It's self-care, a declaration that you are still alive in this body, responsible for its well-being.
So the invitation is really to reconsider, reconnect. Remember, your body's still listening, still capable, still deserving of this care.
Start small, maybe, with curiosity, kindness, because choosing to care for this part of yourself again, you're not just protecting health points, you're reclaiming your life.
Thank you so much for joining us on this really important deep dive today. We genuinely hope these insights offer some practical value, maybe a new perspective on staying sharp, healthy, and independent as you age. If this resonated, maybe think about sharing it with someone who might benefit from hearing it too. And of course, if you found value here, please do take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more insights like this. We look forward to diving deep with you again very soon.